So I think this next topic of conversation will spark some debate. Earlier on in the summer, a wife of an NBA player came out saying that she would allow, or I don't know that she came out saying, but it came out that she had granted her husband one cheat in their marriage per year because all NBA players cheat, she says, so I may as well give him one cheat and protect our marriage, and then we're good to go. If I give him one free pass, our marriage will be fine. So, what do you think of that? I mean, yeah.
I don't think it's necessary. Yes, does it? We'd be naive to think that it doesn't happen given all the travel and I mean, there's a certain stigma associated with professional sports and even with sometimes even junior hockey players. Like I know, like being from Dauphin, sometimes you get those guys that are there for one reason.
Sometimes like little league hockey players.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Those minor hockey players. But for this, I just think it's. I mean, at least she. I don't want to say at least she's recognized that it happens because it shouldn't happen. Bar none, it shouldn't be happening whatsoever. That's my main point. But the fact that she kind of went this direction, I don't like that she kind of opened the door because then it's like, it's only been one time. No, it hasn't.
Well, was it you that, someone in the newsroom, because this topic came up and we said we wanted to discuss it sort of further, so what if he uses up his one cheat and then, he finds someone else that he wants,
That's the thing. Like, as soon as you make it part of the deal, like, cheating is breaking the deal you've made.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
So why assume that when you make this new deal, he's not going to break that one too?
Deal.
If he's already a cheater, he's going to cheat on this new deal. It's the dumbest idea ever. Well, and it's very, very demeaning to that poor woman who, I mean, it's up to her. I mean,
sure.
You have any kind of relationship you want. I think even polygamy, go for it. If everyone's all in, you guys go for it. It's up to you guys, as long as everyone's a consenting adult. But I think you're fooling yourself if you think that's going to help the situation.
I feel like it's like I'm sure you've taken your girls shopping for school supplies, and they pour which pencil case am I going to get? I want this one.
How ahead of things do you think I am here? Like
in past years maybe, and they just which one, I don't know which pencil case to get. I want to pick the right one. Like this is this NBA player? I have to make the right choice on my cheat if he is going to stick to the deal.
No, he's thinking I got to make the right choice about which one to tell my wife about.
Yeah.
Which pencil case should I tell her about? Yeah.
But
even though I took both pencil cases.
All the pencil cases. That's right. But I mean, really, like what does that say about? I don't know. What does that say about anything? It's preposterous to me. And how would she be okay with that? Like, why get married? Why get married then?
That's the whole point.
She's married to a multi-millionaire. She has a lifestyle that she wants to continue on, and maybe she truly loves him. I don't know how you can be in a relationship where you don't feel the same love and respect back. But she feels that
apparently it happens.
This is the way that, and who knows? I mean, she makes a statement like that while she gets talked about. She gets a little bit more famous maybe than her husband, maybe, and who knows to say that she might be cheating on him too.
Oh well, this is exactly what that leads to then. If she says you get one cheat per year, does that mean she gets one cheat per year? Like,
and
does that
another
mean...
one on top. So I mean, no. If he cheats, no.
What?
No.
I forgot to carry the one.
Yeah, no. Add the one. So if he cheats on her, then she gets 2 cheats.
Where's that written?
I don't know. I don't. Maybe. Who knows?
No, but you know what I mean. Like, if you would have to think if she's giving him one cheat per year, does she get a cheat per year too? And I mean, does she want it? And if she does,
I mean, it sort of seems like there's a double standard based on the fact that he's in the NBA, which is stupid in the first place.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, the whole point is everyone in the NBA cheats. She's not in the NBA, right?
Oh, yes. No, fair enough.
Yeah.
But I mean, just you want to making the marriage equal then, right? If he gets one, then she gets one.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting because I was listening to a program a little while ago, and they were talking about sexting, but along the same lines, where you, how do you define what cheating is? because you aren't having any kind of physical contact with that person, but you are being emotionally involved with this person regardless. And so there was people saying, yes, of course that's cheating when you're telling somebody over text message what you want to do to them. Others saying, no, I didn't do that thing, so it's not cheating. And one of the people who was on the panel was saying, and she's like a relationship therapist, and just said, everybody can kind of talk about what is right, what's not right. There's all these fine lines and gray areas and whatever, but what it comes down to is deception. For her. And so I kind of liked that, and I do have trouble sometimes wrapping my brain around what people's relationships are about, but her point was as long as if someone's being deceived and doesn't know about something that's happening, that's not good for the relationship. But if there's an open communication and those two people understand what's happening and they agree to it, then it's a healthier relationship than people who are being deceived.
Sure, or dishonest with themselves about what they're okay with or whatever. For sure. I mean, if she's fine with it, and just because I can't conceive of allowing my partner to go be with someone else doesn't mean that she's not okay with it. Maybe she really doesn't care, because maybe the love in their marriage is about something else. I don't know.
Or maybe it enhances their relationship too. I mean.
That's a huge maybe.
Well, you never know.
You said who said polygamy, right? Like you said that. So I can't conceive of the idea of willingly sharing my husband with multiple other women and being fine with it, and and not just sharing him in the bedroom, but sharing him on all levels of the relationship, emotionally. I watch Sister Wives from time to time just for the pure. I don't get it. And these women are not. I think they lie to themselves when they talk about how happy they are, because they've all got complaints in some area of life or other. They're all whining all the time. I don't think they're generally
Sounds like you really
happy.
enjoy watching the show.
I honestly do catch it from time to time, and I'll stop and watch because I am fascinated by the concept of it. It's and I don't understand how it works, but just because I don't understand, or because it doesn't seem like they're happy, I mean, I'm sure they play up the drama for the cameras.
Yes.
It's a very interesting topic. I mean, I have friends who are definitely would not call themselves monogamous, right? But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going around sleeping with a bunch of different people, but. I mean, for some people, it's just this idea that they constantly reevaluating themselves. They're constantly changing. How can you expect that the relationship will change when two people are constantly evolving? And like I remember hearing this one story about a guy, a friend of a friend, but he lives in Europe and was a teacher there, I think, in France. And his wife and him have an agreement. They're not married. They're just partners. They've been together for 10 years. And every year they go back to the place where they had their first date. And it's understood that if they both show up and decide that they're going to be in that relationship for one more year, that they will, that they're there and they're committed for that 1 year. Bar none, you know that you can count on that person. But every year they have the opportunity to, if one of them didn't show up, that it would be understood that they're not going to make that commitment again, And
but why? Why not? I mean, they could leave at any time.
But that's just it.
Is
they're making a commitment to it, and a year is not a long time, and it's allowing room for growth. And at the end of that year, you feel like you're evolving into a way that you don't see yourself in that relationship. I don't know. People are doing relationships in a lot of different ways these days.
And putting that sort of like emphasis on that particular date and that location makes you really, really think about it, as opposed to having a fight and saying, "Okay, I'm gone." Go home tonight, and you have your little squabble. Okay, that's it, I'm done. And then that is just such an impetuous, like a spur of the moment kind of thing.
Sure.
But this is really thinking about it. And I'm thinking too, I don't know, like you talked about people change. I mean, if you're in a relationship a long time, I mean, you do change. Like I said, when it maybe enhances the relationship, maybe he finds out that maybe what he has is not so bad after all, like, I mean, doing too many NBA cheerleaders and then come home to, no, I know,
Pope has nice shoes.
I know. I mean, it's an interesting topic.
I know.
Personally, I think I'm right on board with you at the beginning, what you said about, like, she's probably doing it for attention. They're probably not thinking, like, we're like being very intelligent about this relationship sort of idea.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's actually happening. That's my opinion. But
generally, no one's going to marry someone in the NBA thinking this is going to be a normal, loving relationship, and I'm in this just for love. I mean, that's
Yeah.
the reality of it, right?
Fair enough. Well, I think we probably need to get back to moving our desks into
Yeah.
other parts of the building, packing up boxes and so on. So I guess we'll see you back here when we see you back here.
Sounds good.